Good morning, my fellow veterans, and welcome to the Veterans Advice Hub. My name is Bill Kelly, and today I'm going to answer a question I get a lot, and that is, what is a VA home loan? Well, a VA home loan is an earned benefit, and it is one of the most efficient ways for a veteran to borrow money to purchase a home. The VA is not a lender, but they guarantee 25% of the loan's value, which reduces risk for the lender. And because of that lower risk, they can offer higher loan to value, meaning the financing can be up to 100% of the value of the home, and mortgage insurance is not required on VA loans, also saving you money. So as I said, it's a very efficient way to borrow money for a home. This reduces the lender's overall risk and allows them to offer VA loans up to the county limit. This limit is different across the country and from county to county. For example, in Essex County, Massachusetts and Rockingham County, New Hampshire, the 2018 loan limits, they just went up, is now $603,750. So that's the upper end of the VA loan with 100% financing. Now, you can actually go higher than that for a higher priced property. That would be a VA jumbo, where the borrower would then just have to pay 25% of the overage. Essentially, you're matching the VA's guarantee. So all in all, it's an absolutely fantastic program that is a really efficient way for veterans to access home ownership. So who is eligible? Well, eligibility is something that needs to be gone over in detail because it differs depending on the details of your service. But in general, 90 days during a wartime period, we're currently in such a period, 180 days in a peacetime period, and 6 years active participation in the National Guard or the Reserves. If you have never deployed under Title 10, which is federal, meaning if you just stayed in CONUS the entire time, worked within your state, worked for your governor, if you did that for 6 years, then you'd meet the eligibility requirements. Also eligible are spouses of veterans who pass away due to their service-connected disability. So again, it's another example where benefits overlap and connect. If you have a service-connected disability and ultimately that causes you to pass away, your spouse then is eligible for the VA home loan benefit and could apply for a VA home loan. Yet another reason to #GoGetRated. I can review eligibility with any veteran that wants to talk about it, but ultimately the VA will issue something called the Certificate of Eligibility that will clearly state that you are eligible for the program and what that eligibility is based on. So next the question is, how much can I afford? Well, VA home loan is like any other loan and you have to qualify for it. And that qualification is based on what I would call kind of the industry standard questions regarding income, debt, work history, credit score, credit report, all of those things that you would typically think of for a loan. Those are the types of things that we look at for a VA home loan. So the last part of the discussion is, where should I start? Well, realistically, I think you should start by doing a self-assessment. Look at your financial situation, start gathering documentation, think of those things that we talked about that we're going to look at. We're going to look at your employment history. We're going to look at your income. We're going to look at your taxes, your W-2s, pay stubs, bank statements, your credit report. Those are all things that I or any other licensed mortgage professional can help you pull together. And I strongly recommend, particularly for first-time home buyers, get a pre-qualification. Pre-qualification is simply a snapshot of your financial situation based on real numbers and documentation that you provide. It's a good faith look at your credit report, and we can discuss credit issues and the score and how that relates to how much debt you're carrying and the income, and work out all of the details first. And that gives you a really good, strong number as you enter the market. The next step is to find yourself what's called a buyer's agent, which is a real estate agent that works on your behalf And the great thing about that is they are essentially free to you, because as you engage in a buyer's agent, the buyer's agent gets paid by the seller. They split the commission with the listing agent, and so it's a service that you get that you don't have to pay for. And any good mortgage professional should be able to recommend several good realtors and real estate agents that can work with you as buyer's agents. So that's the long and the short of it. It's complicated, but really not that complicated. Think about it as any other mortgage. Just as a veteran, it's an earned benefit, and you get a little bit more flexibility, which is great. So contact your local mortgage professional. If you have questions, you can always send them to me, and I'll do my best to answer them. So thank you for your time today, and I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for your service.